ora koutou katoa nau mai hara mai ki te ao Hākinakina, your sports show right here on your Tribal Pulse, Te Kore Mako o Taranaki, 94.8 FM and 98.4 FM. Well, this week we're joined by an incredible athlete whose journey spans from the rugby fields of New Zealand to the bodybuilding stage. She grew up playing rugby from primary school through to her late 20s, representing Manawatu Cyclones at provincial level. After injuries cut her rugby career short, she pivoted to bodybuilding, where she's now achieved phenomenal success. 8 gold medals, a tiara, and a silver this year alone. She's also a qualified personal trainer, balancing her passion for fitness with a full-time job. No mai hara mai Shanna Solomon. Kia ora, cuz.
Kia ora, my cuz. How are you?
Not too bad. How'd you like that introduction, all right, eh?
Mean. How I should be introed.
Oh, that's cool. I've been looking forward to having a catch-up and a kōrero on here. And, really looking forward to you sharing your journey with us. But before we get started, ko wai koe, no he koe, just a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
So I currently reside in Foxton. I lived here my whole life. My parents brought us here. My dad's from Huntley, Waikato, and pretty much lived here my whole life. Live and breathe it in Foxton, man.
Awesome. That's cool. That's cool. Now, I also know you have a whakapapa link to Ngāti Tama. So for any of our Ngāti Tama whānau at home listening, the Cuzzies got links up there as well. But hey, let's start at the beginning. What sparked your love for rugby as a kid, and what kept you playing for so many years?
I suppose growing up in a big whānau, so there's 6 of us all together, and when you're living out in the country, there's really nothing else to do but play sports, right? And my dad was obviously heavy into rugby and into the gym, and obviously mum did karate and stuff like that. So it was, I have a brother to look up to, and he was already playing rugby, Anthony. I know he wanted a big old shout out in here, but Dad pushed us into playing rugby or league to start off with, and it kind of grew from there.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, you played rugby from primary school through to your late 20s. What were some of your proudest moments on the field?
Probably receiving a green jersey, because a lot of people take it for granted, right? But wearing a green jersey, that was everything for me. And just having my whānau there to kind of watch throughout the whole journey. It's all about the people for me, eh? You're always going to have days where you know that you've played a mean-ass game, but highlight for me was having my family there to support me through the whole thing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Love that. Now, you were aiming for 50 games with the Manawatu Cyclones, and you just obviously fell short due to injuries. You must have been a little bit gutted you didn't get to that 50, but what an achievement to even get close to that 50, playing in such a well-respected jersey, especially in the women's game. The Manawatu team's always been very, very strong. So, it must have been awesome for you, getting close to that milestone.
Honestly, yeah. I had it it was in the vision to be able to get that. But having that extra season after coming off the back of an injury, I kind of had to pick and choose, because the injury was just it was a hamstring, and then it was a calf, and then having to get physio on top of that, and then missing the next game. And the more that you missed, the more you had to work hard to get back to where you currently were. And then, I would have had to have gone into the next year and another whole season of injuries. I just didn't know if I had it in me to be able to do it, to be honest. It was a little bit heartbreaking.
Yeah, you speak of those injuries, how did that decision, with the injuries that took place and that decision to step back, how did it kind of affect you personally at the beginning?
I really disliked it, to be honest. It was really uncomfortable having to think about what I was going to do next. Like, I was trying to figure out life after injury and trying to find something that I really fell in love with. And then obviously when you get injured, you put on weight, right? And you feel big, and then the mental clarity comes in and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm too big. I can't run that fast anymore. And then, yeah, it all starts to stack up. And then you kind of look in the mirror and you go, nah, I can't do this anymore. So yeah, it was kind of an easy decision to step out of, but also I replaced it with something else. Like after I finished rugby, I went and jumped into CrossFit because I was like, man, I'm going to give this a go. And then, yeah, I did CrossFit, and then I was like, nah, this isn't hard enough for me. Like mentally, this isn't hard enough. I need to find something that I really, really want to fall in love with. And yeah, kind of got into like lifting heavier weights and ego lifting. And then I was like, actually, I looked at bodybuilding, and one of my girlfriends was doing it at the time. And I was like, I'm going to go and watch her to see if I want to do that sort of thing. And yeah, I went and watched her, and I was like, yeah, that's me. I'm going to do that.
What was that? What was that turning point? What was the one thing that kind of got, really drew you to bodybuilding?
Honestly, I went and watched the Tournament of Champs in Palmerston North that my girlfriend was doing. And I just looked and I was like, that's so me. I so want to do that. I can do that. Like, if my girlfriend can do that, I can do that. So yeah, that was literally the turning point. I watched it and I was like, that's me. I'm in. No look back. I didn't look back after that. I just, got me a coach and I was away.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing all about what's happened since you got into bodybuilding, and we're gonna quarter it all to that soon, whānau. Make sure to stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. Kia ora koutou wānau, welcome back to Te Ao Hākinakina, your sports show right here on your Tribal Pulse, Te Korimako, o Taranaki 94.8 FM and 98.4 FM. Well, we're having a good old kōrero here now. We're talking about bodybuilding now. What was the first year of bodybuilding like for you? Like, being something new that you're kind of just stepping into. What was that kind of first impression like in that first year?
It was hard, eh? Like mentally, it was really hard. I remember like trying not to eat the house out of home. Like all I wanted was sweet stuff. It was like mentally, that was the hard part. The training was easy for me because I was so used to training, but yeah, it was the kai. And we come from Māori background. All you want to do is eat, man.
Oh yeah, I've still got those problems, but we won't go there. And now in 2022, you become a qualified personal trainer while working full time. How did you manage that balance between like study, work, and training?
So luckily for me, I had whānau to lean on. Because study was full on. I had to give up a lot of things. Like I couldn't go out. There was heaps of functions I had to say no to. I had to take annual leave to be able to do my study. Because we had to do in-person assessments. So I was literally taking my annual leave to do my assessments. I was staying one night a week in Wellington because we had to do a class. Plus, because I work in Wellington, it was kind of all there. It was just having the support around me to be able to do it. And I'm like really, really fortunate that I had whānau. I was able to go and stay with my auntie. I was able to have someone look after my girl. So just the support. I was really, 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 really fortunate to have the support around me to be able to do that.
Oh, there we go. If they're listening in, big shout out to all the whānau that had your back through all of those times. Now you did take, I think you took a year off bodybuilding at some stage. Like, what did that break kind of teach you, and teach yourself about the sport, about yourself and about the sport?
I suppose. Well, I had to have the break off because I had some health issues coming off the back of 2023. I had some thyroid issues just from over dieting and not getting enough nutritional info, or just not having enough information to be able to be healthy enough for the stage. So I had to look at that and go, actually, nah, I need to sort my health out. So it was a bit of a health scare. I had to take a step back, have to go on to a bit of off season and grow. And I suppose it learned me to, it made me learn to be more patient with myself, because we know delayed gratification, it pays off in the end. Because like, obviously this year, after having a whole year off and watching everyone, you feel like you're missing out, right? So yeah, I still stayed in the industry, and I still like helped out and watched all the girls. I still went to shows. Like I still stayed in to keep the mental clarity and to make sure that it's something that I really, really wanted to keep doing, because it's a hard decision. It's not a cheap sport. It's actually a really, really expensive sport to get into. So yeah.
Well, it's definitely worked. This year has been an incredible one for you. 8 golds, a tiara, and a silver. What do those wins mean to you after, like everything you've been through?
Honestly, like getting back on stage this year was more like I wanted to make my parents really, really proud. So obviously in 2024, I lost Dad at the end of the year, and that was like really, really heartbreaking for me, because we were quite close in the end there, and I just really wanted to make him proud. So every day I've sort of got up, and I've had my parents' photo sitting on my treadmill, man. Every single day I've looked at it, I've rubbed it, I've like, give me something, please. Like, yeah. So that was a really, really big push for me. Was I just really, really wanted to not only make my parents proud, but myself and my family, just to get back on stage and have a little bit of fun, eh? I thought, you just have to get it done. It's just like another job.
Well, I know, I'm sure your dad's there right by your side. Even though he might not be here in presence, he will be in spirit. And like these medals, come on, show us what these medals look like in this tiara. I'm sure they look pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, Cuzzy. I've got this big boy here. It's like bigger than my head, man.
Oh,
little bit of a gold, yeah. So this is one of the bigger ones. It's called an overall medal. So when you take out your category, you get this big boy. So, man,
wow. Awesome.
It's an honor, eh? These things are heavy as heavy.
Hey, you could probably do some bicep curls with those, eh?
Yeah. Straight up, man. Yeah, nah, they're real heavy, and
toys.
I manifested this a year ago, cuz.
Oh,
a year ago, amazing. I went to the Tournament of Champs in Palmerston North. It's by far my favorite show, and I saw this up on the stage, and I was like, I'm going to get one of those tiaras next year. So yeah, we manifested this, and we made it happen.
Beautiful. Every young girl's dream, one of those, eh?
Honestly, man, it's heavy. It's real, cuz.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Every dream is to have a tiara and feel like a princess for a day, eh?
Yeah, make me wanna get into a bit of bodybuilding with my chicken legs, getting those kind of medals.
No, cuz, do it. You'll probably love it. Not even gonna lie.
Oh, it's hard case. Now you're currently reversing out of prep and into recovery. Can you explain what the process looks like and why it's important to do that?
Yeah, so when you're on a calorie deficit for so long, that obviously it says it in the word deficit, so you dial back your kai and you're trying to get as lean as possible and as muscular as possible, and then when you reverse out, it's the opposite, except you can't just eat whatever you want after the show. You've got to lift your calories back to maintenance level, so where it was on, like, say, peak week, it'd be really, really low. And then you've got to try and lift your calories up slowly. If you do it too quickly, you put on too much body weight, or you put on too much body fat, right? So you're trying to find the medium of the deficit and maintenance level. It's hard. It's probably harder than prep itself, and people don't realize how hard it is until they actually have to go through it.
It's a bit of a fine art by the sounds of it, but I'll leave that to you. I wouldn't know where to start with that stuff. now
looking I want to maul the kitchen, eh? Not gonna lie.
I bet. Now, looking ahead, what are your goals for next year in bodybuilding, and do you see rugby playing a part in your future endeavours, or stick to bodybuilding?
Like, honestly, probably not rugby, unless I'm watching my girl play rugby, Next year, I want to compete. So, a couple of weekends ago when I did the Palmerston North show, that was to qualify for next year. So, I can go straight to nationals now. So when you do a regional, it qualifies you to go to nationals. But so they always do one after the last nationals, and it qualifies you for the following year. So I've qualified for that. I can either do another regional show before I go into it as a warm-up, or I can just go straight to nationals if I want to, see what the body wants to do, eh?
Awesome. Well, it's exciting times with what's ahead for your journey. So, thank you for showing us the power and resilience that you have had throughout your journey, how setbacks can lead to new opportunities and incredible achievements, from chasing 50 games in rugby to dominating bodybuilding competitions. Your story is a testament to hard work and determination, and we really appreciate you coming on the show to share your story with us, and look forward to seeing what next year brings for you.
Ngā mihi mai cars. I appreciate it, eh? Honestly, appreciate your time.